Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do a daily technical analysis update on gold and silver. We're going to look at the dollar, 10-year yield, some ETFs, individual companies, give you kind of a huge big picture view. And I actually added into one of the companies. I'll show you that at the end of the presentation here. The chart looks phenomenal and I couldn't not go into it. So I'll let you know what it looks like and what that company is. And what the chart looks like there. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. We'll jump into the charts right now. So let's dive in. I'll show you what I've got for today. Good old gold, $25 up today, 18.18. Slight weakness in the dollar, 0.13%, moving on down. But gold, in the face of even pretty good upward pressure in the dollar, it started to get moving at 8 a.m. And that's when the dollar kind of let go and gold took off, and it ended very strong today. The end is always important in how you end the day. If the momentum is going up throughout the day, we could see this continue into the next trading session on Monday. So looking at the dollar looks like this on a medium-term perspective. We've been chopping sideways. It's been moving up into the resistance line, and we could break this to the upside for the dollar. This is 1 day delayed. So we were at 94.23. We're 94.23 is just down here. And more than likely, this is going to break to the upside. It doesn't mean that gold's run is over. This is just a fiat currency priced against other fiat currencies, and that they're all going down, and that the dollar is just going down the least of the bunch. Now here's the 10-year yield. The yield dropped out today. Did that help gold? Well, for some reason, we've got the linkage of gold and bonds still together, is what it seems like. We've been moving lower in the yield, and then we broke this resistance downtrend line. We broke to the upside. We're coming back to retest it. We have to see what this thing does here shortly, if we're going to hold and move back up or go lower. But generally speaking, oil goes up along with interest rates. And usually gold and silver and platinum will go up with real negative rates. That's been the historical trend. I think that it's going to take higher rates to prick the stock market bubble and bond bubble and get that money to rotate into our precious metals holdings. But the transition between that could be a little bit messy. Now here's gold on a weekly candlestick basis. Each of these days is a week. And we've got the downtrend break here. We've been trading above it, and we just broke another downtrend here. And I'll throw that in real quick so you guys can see it. But the actual candlestick that we have on the weekly candlestick here looks amazing. I love it, guys. This is it. So we've got the downtrend break here on this, I'll call it the smaller tertiary downtrend. And we just broke above it and closed above it this week. Notice the pattern that it has this week. It is a hammer pattern. It is a bullish pattern for us to go higher. Another thing that I want you to look at is the down weeks are getting smaller when it's coming over here. I think the sellers are done and that the buyers are about to take over and push this, hopefully, a lot higher. This is what the dailies look like. We broke that downtrend. You can clearly see it on the dailies. Nice big up day today, 18.16. Nice strong close. I hope it continues Monday. I hope it continues then. But it looks really good. And here's silver. This is a weekly candlestick basis. Again, we've got support at the $22 area. We've been moving up from it. And we broke this downtrend line. I'll just show you what I'm looking at. The downtrend line's right here. We've broken that, and I think we're going to move on higher over the next coming weeks and months. Here's platinum. Platinum's in this big pattern right here. This is a weekly candlestick basis. We broke the downtrend line here to the upside. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure. I think we're going to see this continue higher over the weeks and months coming. Doesn't mean every single day, means the general trend. And copper's looking good on a weekly candlestick basis. big breakout. The retest of the breakout is what we're doing. On a daily candlestick, this is what it looks like. The breakout, big buying pressure, small selling pressure. I would be looking at copper companies potentially right here. Something like a Nova Royalty, NOVRF. That's one royalty I like. That chart looks pretty good. And I didn't include it in this slide deck. Looking at the ETF GDX, I have a downtrend line here. We have another downtrend line. It's squeezed up between these two and broke to the upside. We came back and we're going to head higher, I think. And if we break this line right in here, we are in a new uptrend. And that's what we're looking for, a new uptrend. But I think we're going to see buying pressure step in here. And I'll show you in the other charts what that looks like. Now, you're probably wondering what this chart is in the middle of the page. This is from SM Energy. And the chart itself is what I'm interested in, the actual movements of this chart. This here is this pattern here. And this is before a huge move came just recently. And what this is signaling, I think, is that a huge move is about to come. Looking at this pattern and this pattern, yes, it's not a perfect match, but we had sideways movement. We came up, we came down, we came up again. We pulled all the way back to the bottom, which is analogous to this bottom here. And now we're moving back up in a similar fashion to this. And then this thing just ripped it right after that. I mean, ripped it higher. So I think we're getting closer and closer to what I consider to be called a ripping moment. Now, here's Endeavor Silver. We're zoomed in. We're doing the daily charts here. We could draw a line across here, and I'll do that. Show you guys what's going on. You draw the line going across. This is where your resistance is at. And look what we're doing. We're basically putting in a reverse head and shoulders pattern. We're about to break it and rip it to the upside here. We've got a bullish, piercing, engulfing pattern there. Nice big hammer pattern. We have the bullish engulfing at the bottom here. Perfect to move on higher, I think. First Majestic's got the same type of pattern. Downtrend, we're trying to break it. Nice big buying pressure. Bullish engulfing before it. Bullish engulfing here. On the right-hand side, big buying pressure, small selling pressure. It's what I see in charts that break to the upside. It has all of the characteristics. Looks great. Newmont Corporation, downtrend line break. Pulled back to kind of do the retest, second bottoming. And I think we're going to move on up. Big buying pressure today. Looks fantastic. I can say the same thing for Barrick Gold. We have the breakout, the pullback. This is a bullish engulfing pattern here. And what a bullish engulfing pattern. I know I have a lot of new subscribers. And I'll just go over it real quick so you guys can see what that looks like. And what a bullish engulfing is we have a small down day and we have a big up day, let's say. And here's the colors of the candlesticks. And all it is this guy engulfs everything over here. Anything in the shadow of this big candlestick before it is considered a bullish engulfing pattern. And what this means is that it's going to resolve itself upward. It's a reversal candlestick. And if you see multiples, you can see these multiple times in a row where you have like another down day here, and then you get another big up day that engulfs it. It just makes the case stronger, and it's going to eventually resolve itself upward. So what we're seeing are these bullish candlestick patterns, like this guy right here is a bullish candlestick pattern, which means we're at a bottom, and we're probably going to turn and move upward, which we did. Now we just have to close above, I'd say $19.50, $20. We get above around about $20 and close up there. We're in a new uptrend. And they're all exhibiting this trait. Notice the pattern this is making too. It's the same pattern as SM Energy, where it came down, came up, and then it just launched. I think we're real close to a launching period, potentially. Sandstorm Gold looks like it got its note to take off. It's like, yeah, guys, let's take off here. And the key point here, there's a couple of things in this chart that I want to point out here. Actually, you know what? Let me go here and copy this and throw it in here. what I want to point out here is this buying pressure there. You see those big candlesticks? And obviously we have this downtrend line break. So what's important here is we got these big buying pressure candlesticks. I consider that buying pressure. See the sell-off and how the sell-off just leaked out? We were above the trend line. You want to buy the living heck out of this pattern right there. That's a hammer pattern. And now we're getting that move higher. The setup was created on this move up. The buying pressure of the big candlesticks. And those big candlesticks, they come up like this. And they kind of come down. And then the selling pressure was like this. So just to make this kind of look pretty obvious, these are big up days, and these are the small down days. And that's exactly what I look for in the pattern. We have the big buying pressure and then the small selling pressure. We can see that right here in that setup, and it broke through a trend line. This is where you load up, right here. And this is where I was saying, we're going higher because of this setup. And we're seeing it across the entire sector. It's not just this one stock or a couple. We also have this pattern that I've recognized before, this pattern here in SM Energy where it's about to rocket higher. There's another bullish engulfing right here. Franco-Nevada is going to go higher very soon. Same with Sandstorm Gold. We just talked about that one. EMX Royalty, we've got the downtrend line break. It's right there. This is a good spot. If you like EMX Royalty, oops. Let me copy this line here, guys. If you like EMX Royalty, I would be looking at purchasing it immediately for my own position, because we've got the rest of the sector taking off. This guy's pulling back right here. I think it looks fantastic. Copper's low. It's turning. Precious metals are turning. I think right here, right now. Aftermath Silver looks fantastic to move higher. This is just a basing pattern. The downtrend line is broken. The trend line in here, you can see it kind of back here, is broken to the upside, and we did a little bit of basing out here, another bottom here, and this is about to launch higher. Looks fantastic. Koyo Silver's got the same thing for Koyo Silver. It broke the downtrend line. It's coming back. I would be myself would be a buyer. Remember, I can't give advice. It's just my opinion. Metallic Minerals. If you put the trend line in here, I would again be a buyer. It's doing a retest, and right now is the spot where you'd want to pick it up if you like metallic minerals. Newfound Gold, someone wanted me to look at this. I would be a buyer here, right here, today even. It came back, it broke out, it came back, and even if it had this big sell-off, the line still held. It's holding, and I think we're going to see this reverse on higher. This is a hammer pattern as well, so it looks good to me. Big buying pressure, and we had the fall off here. Maybe they released some results or something like that. Now, this is the company I liked and added in. I can't deny it. The thing looks absolutely insane. And it's not this pattern here that I think that looks insane. This is zoomed in on it. The downtrend line's broken. It broke out, came back. I've been buying in here just recently. I can't not buy it. And I'm going to show you why I think it looks really good. This is a weekly candlestick chart, and this chart has some incredible things in it, and I'm going to write all over it so I can show you guys. Here, let's get this stuff out of here. File, new. All right, so this is what makes me like, I don't know, this thing looks ridiculous here. So somewhere in here, we've got some resistance support. We've got this guy down here. We've got, remember the buying pressure. We've got big buying pressure there, big buying pressure here in this guy right there, this big buying pressure day there, big buying pressure day there, big buying pressure day there. We've got the big run up of buying pressure here. The leak off of sellers, look at how this leaks off. Do you see this? That's a little bit bigger there, but it's okay because the buyer stepped in and answered. Volume. Look at the volume on the right-hand side here, guys. It's picking it up. We've got the slow leak off of sellers. Volume stepping back in. We're seeing larger candlestick up days. We are at a support line coming through here. Oh, I like it right there. So what did I do? I bought some. And if you have followed the channel for a little while, we talk about the platinum. We talk a lot about platinum. Platinum to gold, platinum to palladium, platinum to rhodium, platinum to silver, platinum to, I don't care what it is. Platinum stocks, platinum to any other asset. Platinum is dirt cheap. Now, this platinum group metals company, it does have palladium in it. And palladium, I would say, is not necessarily a super cheap metal. But the demand for palladium is still incredibly high. And platinum is also going to be a very good metal, I think, to be purchasing. So this is a platinum group metals company. If they're going to load catalytic converters with more platinum group metals, they're going to sell more catalytic converters over the next 5 to 10 years, which is a fact. You can look it up. I've done lots of research on it. And we have platinum fuel cells. The fuel cells for hydrogen fuel cells are made of platinum. And I think that the platinum group metals basically are the foundation for next generation technologies. And they have very high melting points. They're very scratch resistant, very tough. And we're finding a lot of new applications for it. And if you look at the non-catalytic converter applications, it's growing at 5% a year for platinum. And I'm sure they're growing for palladium as well, wherever they can fit it. But platinum right now is the cheaper metal of the group. So platinum group metals, just looking at that chart, it's even got the same run up and pull back, just like SM Energy did before it had a massive move before it. Do I think it's going to have an SM Energy type move? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've got my money in there. I've added in to the position. I've added more. And we'll see where this thing goes. We're right at support underneath it. So it's a low risk, I think, entry point with the support right underneath it. And what I mean by that is, we can go to this messy chart again. The support's right underneath it here. A lot of support. So this was the time to accumulate in here if you're going to buy it. And I purchased some more. I think it looks fantastic. So up to you on what you want to do. You're going to have to do your own due diligence. But that's what I've purchased. And I've also bought physical platinum over the past month or so. I've been adding back into it. So that's kind of what I've done. I did buy some silver mining companies over the past few weeks as well. And I purchased some more in some of the other royalty companies and whatnot over the past couple of weeks with this pullback and what this kind of upward surge is. And that's what I consider to be buying into strength. The downtrend line exhausted itself. We've gone sideways. I bought some Aftermath silver, some Koya silver. I kind of added in all over those. Bought some platinum group metals because I think this is time to, it's go time. So hopefully we'll see this kind of move on a higher over time here. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.